Hi guys, it's Jenny with Art for Good. So one of my favorite things to do is to try and make beautiful landscape paintings using nothing but acrylic paint pouring techniques. And it's just a lot more fun than using a paintbrush. So today we're gonna do one of those in some soft colors. I'm starting with some titanium white, and then I'm going in with a Naples yellow. I'm gonna put all of the colors and the paints and a recipe link in the description below so you can reference it later. I have a peach color and I also have a copper color. And then I have a little bit of Prussian blue. And I'm going to add some titanium white over the top of that. And I did speed up this video slightly just so that you could get to the point of how I created this piece. So I'm using my cake spatula and I am just doing one swipe. For my cell activator, which is the piece that I'm putting over the top, it's just Amsterdam titanium white. So no need to get super fancy in adding any oils. I haven't been using oils lately, really, to be honest, because they're a little bit of a hassle. You have to clean them off after. And I'm just enjoying these high quality Amsterdam paints and the cells that they create. I'm giving it a quick torch with just my kitchen torch to help pop any bubbles. And I'm gonna move on to the next section. This is my metallic cobalt color, and I have created two shades, one just on its own and the other that I added some black to. This is gonna be sort of the ocean part of the painting. So I love how these cobalt colors really just create depth when you add a little bit of white on top of that. So I'm just gonna go back in and keep swiping until I've sort of blended the colors a little bit and covered the entire canvas and the sides. Now you'll see that I did mark up this painting with just a basic pencil before I started going in and adding different sections. I have found that the more time you spend ahead of time planning the composition, the better it will turn out and you'll waste less paint. I decided to tilt this a little bit because I like how it looks when you are blending the colors a little bit with the tilt. It doesn't look so forced like it does when you're just using the cake spatula. I'm just gonna take a paper towel here and wipe off some of the piece that kind of got out of the lines that I had created ahead of time. So now I'm going in with 3 different layers of a grayish blue color. So I took just titanium white and added a tiny bit of the blue that I used at the bottom. And I'm just gonna fill in the spaces that I have marked out here. I'm going in with the slightly lighter color here. And then the last little section will just be regular bright titanium white. This is a 20 by 36 canvas, so it's pretty big. So now I'm going to kind of blend these sections together using my kitchen knife again. My goal is to try to make it look almost seamless between the different layers. So we have kind of an ocean piece, a land piece in the middle, and then the sky. The key to working with the swipe technique is to make sure that you wipe off your tool in between swipes so that you don't muddy up the colors too much. Now I'm going to slightly tilt it again just to help those colors blend together a little bit more and make it look a little more abstract. Now I'm getting a smaller palette knife here and I'm just going to fix a couple of the spots that ended up a little wonky. Now I'm just making sure that all of the edges and the corners are covered, and then I'm going to do some spray paint to create some dimension and depth. All right, so I just used a straw to go ahead and create some splashing around in the ocean to make it look a little bit more like a wave. Now I'm going in with some spray paint. This is just a turquoise spray paint. It's high gloss. I'll put a link to this product in the description below. You can find it on Amazon. I'm just going around the edges a tiny bit. And then I'm going to do the same thing in the upper left-hand corner with a gray color. And that's going to give me really a final finish that makes it look almost like a photograph that has some shadows in the corners. It really adds a lot of depth. It's one of my favorite tips and tricks when working with fluid acrylic. And this is the final piece. I love how this turned out. I love these gentle colors. It reminds me of somewhere in California where it's got the kind of foothills up against this beautiful ocean. Where do you think this reminds you of? I'd love to hear. Put it in the comments below. Well, that's all the time I have for today. If you're interested in more landscape compositions that I've done, I will leave you with a playlist here so you can keep watching those. I'll see you next time.